It is an amazing story of survival, and it inspired a Springfield church to start a movement to raise money for Ethiopian refugees. And tonight, the man who survived genocide explains how he reunited with his family and ended up in Western Mass.
They went door to door to get men.
In Ethiopia in 2003, Aboya Amat had a target on his head. The Ethiopian National Defense Forces were killing men in his region, and one day they came knocking on his door. But instead of accepting the certain death on the other side, he made a bold move.
I want to run. I don't want to die.
That move saved his life, but he was forced to leave behind his pregnant wife and children.
They killed more than 420 people, only men.
For days he survived in the brush and then ended up at a refugee camp.
I thought that my wife and the children, they have been killed.
But months later, he learned that wasn't the case.
She was alive with all of the children, with the new baby.
Their newly reunited family applied for an exemption with the UN, and through support from a family in Minnesota who sponsored them, they ended up in Springfield. Their story quickly became an inspiration for their new place of worship, the South Congregational Church on Maple Street.
They either stay in the refugee camp and be hungry, or they go home and be killed.
Members of the church made a trip to Ethiopia in May, and now they're raising money for a group of 156 refugees who have been left with nowhere to go.
You hear about suffering, and as a pastor, I preach about suffering. And certainly I witness different forms of suffering. There is something about this story.
She's hoping they can give people here a reason to care about the suffering thousands of miles away.
This is not one of those commercials on TV with starving children that you have no connection to.
Well, for more information about the church's campaign, you can go to our website, wwlp.com.